Small talk isn't easy. For a lot of people, it's harder than a deep talk. Think about it. How's work? You search for the safe answer. You manage your face. You pick the right tone. That's performance. Psychologists call this cognitive load. And the punchline is, research connected to Matthias Mail's work points toward a real pattern. More meaningful conversation, less small talk. So if your brain feels fried by 5 minutes of chat, it might not be a flaw. It might be your mind doing energy math. Have you ever noticed you can talk for an hour with one person, no problem, and then 5 minutes of, "So what do you do?" makes you want to vanish? Not because you hate people, not because you don't have words, because that kind of talk makes your brain work in a weird way. Imagine you walk into a party, you spot the snack table, you do the quick loop, chips, cups, the little stack of napkins. Then you see someone standing off to the side doing that same half-smile thing you're doing. And right then, your mind starts loading the script. Weather, work, how you know the host, where you live, the safe stuff. From the outside, it can look like you're shy, you're quiet, you're in your head. But inside, it's loud. You're tracking their face, you're matching their tone, you're guessing the right timing. You're also building an exit plan in case this goes flat. That feeling is not random. Psychologists call this cognitive load. It's the mental work of holding a bunch of rules at once while you're also trying to be a normal human. Smile, but not too much. Ask a question, but don't interrogate. Share something, but don't overshare. Now add the part no one talks about. Performance. You're not just talking, you're scanning for what's safe. You're watching for a tiny wince, a bored glance, a forced laugh. Your mirror neurons pick up the vibe, and you adjust fast, almost without meaning to. And you're doing social comparison theory in real time. That's the brain habit of checking where you stand. Did that joke land? Was that too much? Did I sound dumb? Are they enjoying this or just being polite? So even when the words are simple, the job is not. Here's the key reframe. Small talk is high structure but low meaning. It has a lot of rules and not much payoff. So your executive function gets busy. Executive function is your brain's manager. It plans, filters, and keeps you on track. In small talk, that manager is working overtime, but you don't get the reward of real connection. Think about one basic line. How's work? That isn't one question. It's like 10. How honest can I be with a stranger? Do I keep it short? Do I sound upbeat? Are they the kind of person who thinks complaining is rude? If I say I'm stressed, do I look weak? If I say it's great, do I sound fake? And if I ask them back, are they going to talk for 20 minutes? So you answer with something like, "Oh, busy," because busy is the safest word in the English language. And then you're stuck doing the follow-up dance. Nod, smile, small laugh. Throw in a totally. Keep your tone warm. Keep your eyes engaged. Don't stare. Don't look away too much either. Deep talk doesn't feel like that. Deep talk is one lane. You get in, you stay there, and you can just drive. Small talk is merging lanes while reading signs and watching for cops. You're checking rules. You're checking speed. You're checking if you're about to do something wrong without even knowing it. So when you go quiet, it's not you being rude. It's not a social defect. This wasn't you failing. This was you protecting a limited mental battery. Silence for you can be a clean choice, a way to stop the tabs from multiplying. Which brings us to the part most people get backwards. The kind of talk that looks hard from the outside can be the kind that costs you less because you're not paying the rule tax every second. There is something different about the way your brain reacts when the talk gets real. Your shoulders drop, your jaw unclenches, your voice gets normal. You stop acting. You stop doing the friendly face thing. You stop checking if you're being weird. You just talk. Most people assume deep talk takes more effort because it sounds intense. Feelings, values, the stuff you don't say at work. But for you, It can feel easier because you can stop guessing what the other person wants from you. In small talk, you're always decoding. Are we joking or being serious? Are we keeping it light? Are we still doing the nice stranger vibe? That guesswork is what burns you out. But here's the thing. Research shows this isn't just a personality quirk. It shows up when you measure real life, not just what people claim they like. Psychologist Matthias Mayle used something called the EAR, the Electronically Activated Recorder. It's a device that grabs short audio clips at random times while people live their normal days. Not a lab, not a staged chat, just real conversations caught in the wild. In one study, it captured snippets from 79 people over a few days. Then researchers could sort the clips. Some were classic small talk. Some were more substantive, meaning the talk had real content, like thoughts, plans, problems, or something that actually matters to the person saying it. Now, the payoff question is simple. What did Matthias Mayle's study using hidden microphones actually reveal about who gets more mentally tired from small talk versus deep conversation? It found a clear link. People who had less small talk and more meaningful conversation reported greater well-being. Think about what that actually means. For some people, depth isn't the drain. The drain is the shallow part. And it makes sense when you look at the mechanism. Small talk has more social if-then rules. If they joke, you laugh. If they complain, you downplay it. If the mood dips, you lift it. If you get too real, you pull back. Psychologists call this rule checking a form of executive function work. It's your brain's control system trying to keep you appropriate. And the mask takes upkeep. You keep adjusting volume, pace, eye contact. Your mirror neurons track every little shift in the other person, and you correct course before you even finish the sentence. Deep talk can remove a lot of that. Once someone says, "Honestly, I've been having a rough month," the rules change. Now you don't have to be cute. You don't have to be quick. You can be honest. You can slow down. You can say, "Yeah, that sounds heavy," and not worry that you broke some party law. Which brings us to introversion, without turning this into a team sport. A lot of introverts run out of social fuel faster. Not because they're fragile, because their system treats social input like a cost. Noise, faces, fast back and forth. It all adds up. So they start caring about return on energy, not the number of interactions. That's why this stat hits so hard. Why do 74% of introverts say they dislike small talk, but only 23% of extroverts feel the same way? And what does that gap actually tell us about energy management? It tells you this is stimulus math. Extroverts often get a little boost from quick social pings. A short chat, a laugh, a new name. Introverts often pay energy to get through the same thing, and they don't always get enough back.